From Fox 5 News, this is Good Day New York.
All right, let's talk about as the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan draw down, our troops return home. And one of the biggest problems facing our veterans is finding a job. You and I have talked about this before.
Well, if you look at the unemployment rates, they are higher for veterans, particularly veterans from the Iraq and the Afghanistan wars. There is an effort to change that situation. It's underway right now. Let's go to our reporter.
Yeah, we have a job expo for veterans going on this morning at FIT. Ben Simino is there. Hello, Ben.
Hey, Greg and Rosanna. Greg, I know you're a veteran. Good to see that you have a steady job. We like that. But here's a pretty stunning figure for you guys. The unemployment rate among veterans right now in the New York City area, it's about 16.7%. That's about 1 in 6. Now, a new survey shows that might be declining slightly, maybe in the 14% range. So that's good news, but still way too high, way above the national average, which, of course, has been hovering around 7 or 8%, almost double. The job fair here at the Fashion Institute of Technology, 28th and 7th, runs from 10 to 3 today. I want to bring in Brett Morash. He is the Director of Veteran Services for SUS, Services for the Underserved. Brett, tell us about who you're going to have here today.
Well, thanks, Ben. We're going to have about 50 employers ranging from the high-tech sector to the service industry, medical fields. We have, for example, CVS Caremark, Home Depot, FDM, as well as a number of other folks like Pepsi Bottling Company.
So broad range of employers' job opportunities.
That's correct. We're looking for everything from entry-level positions to senior management.
What's the problem that you're seeing here? Obviously, there's been a lot of publicity about these two wars in Iraq and Afghanistan winding down. Is it the full-time military personnel who are being discharged that are having problems, and because there's more being discharged, or is it the reservists and the National Guard folks, the part-timers?
Well, I think it's a complex question. Of course, folks in the reserve component, they're leaving the area for a year or so and then coming back, hopefully back to their original job. But we're also having large reductions in the military that we're going to see as the wars wind down.
In full-time positions?
That's correct, in the active component.
You mentioned something to me earlier that, reservists, employers have to hold their jobs for them while they're on active duty. But you're seeing when they go to change jobs, perhaps it becomes much harder for them because they are reservists. Why is that?
Well, I think that, unfortunately, many times people look at the reserve component and they ask themselves whether they want to hire someone who may be subject to call-up. And while that, of course, is a major concern for a company, you have to understand that you're also serving, someone that's serving their nation, which reflects on your company's commitment to the United States.
And you say you're retired Navy.
That's correct.
You say over the next year or so, especially as Afghanistan now winds down, we're going to see a couple 100,000 more full-time military service personnel be discharged?
Yeah, you're seeing a large percentage of the force, 10% or so, that's going to be let go over the next year or so as the Army and some of the other services reduce their size overall.
And this is open not just to veterans, open to their families, correct? Tell us about who's eligible to come here.
Yep, so what we're having here is veterans, former military, former active duty, people on active duty ready to transition, reserve component. I think to quote Uncle Sam, we want you.
Yeah. All right, and a lot of the big employers, guys, already set up here. CVS, Home Depot among them, FDM, a large IT company. Again, we're at the Fashion Institute of Technology, the entrance off of 28th Street, 28th between 7th and 8th Avenues. This runs from 10 to 3 today, is that right? 10 to 3, so if you're in the market, come on out. Back to you, Greg and Rosanna.
Ben Simino, thank you.
Ben, that was great. Thank you for getting the word out there, right? Okay.